Hello everyone, Eric's here. Uh, for a pretty quick video, I apologize for we'll just say the rough editing and the lateness of this video as well. It's pretty late in the week for me to be posting this, but during the It's Arms Day discussion on the Bungie forums, a few people who didn't place Arms Day orders asked me about some of these vendor guns, which prompted me to look around the vendors, which also reminded me that part of the Age of Triumph patch actually details that for now on, during the weekly reset, all the guns on the vendors will have their roles changed every week. So every week we will have different rolled guns. So in addition to Arms Day, no promises, but I will do my best, preferably on Tuesday, on Arms Day at the latest. I hope to do a video on which vendor roles you should pick up. We'll say the best vendor roles across all the tower vendors. That way, if you have some marks to burn, go for it. I won't be going over Ghost, so each Vanguard vendor for Ghost actually has different rolled Ghost. So you're going to want to go to each Vanguard, whether it's Cades, Vala, or Ikora, depending on your class. Also, Ghost really, you don't need someone to tell you what Ghost to get. I mean, so, yeah, so let's get to it.
The city never sleeps, Guardian, so neither do we.
Alright. New Monarchies rules. New Monarchy is definitely the faction to be with this week. They've got about, I would say, 4 out of 6 guns that are worth owning. So, getting started, let's start with the Assembly 2. The Assembly 2 offers Red Dot Aura, Sure Shot IS, OEG Rifle Scope, Quick Draw, Flared Magwell, Perfect Balance, Spray and Play, and Counterbalance. This auto rifle is actually decently stable even though it's one of those low impact bullet hose types. Perfect Balance and Sure Shot IS will really help you with the stability. Flared Magwell will make this reload lightning fast, and Counterbalance will make the recoil very predictable. So this is an auto rifle that's actually pretty easy to get the hang of. So if you need a, we'll call it slightly above average auto rifle, it's worth at least considering. Next up is the Impeacher 5. This sidearm is basically the Wormwood returned. It's an arc sidearm with True Sight, Sure Shot, and Quick Draw iron sights. It has the Quick Draw perk. Most importantly, it has high caliber rounds, hand loaded, Zen Moment, and rangefinder. So instead of having the hidden hand a Wormwood had, which would help you, say hidden hand would help you get those headshots, you'll have extended range with this Impeacher 5. Hand loaded also boosts the range a little, and high caliber rounds will stagger your enemies. This is a really good sidearm, and honestly, it looks pretty cool too. Next is the Bad Counsel 4. This is an excellent shotgun for all your PvE gameplay. It is an arc shotgun with linear compensator, accurized ballistics, aggressive ballistics, quick draw, extended mag, perfect balance, close and or personal, and crowd control. All 3 of these top perks are worth having. Crowd control with perfect balance and extended mag. Extended mag will probably boost the magazine to about 6, maybe 7 if we're lucky, but we're never that lucky. This is pretty good legendary shotgun. Like, it's definitely worth considering if you need a shotgun. And then finally, we have the Disposition 7. It is a void sniper rifle with, I'm not going to say that, you can read it on the screen. Ambush, SLH-25, ViewTac, SLH-20, Snapshot, high caliber rounds, small bore, and triple tap, and finally, Firefly. So triple tap will help you DPS those bosses and yellow bar enemies. Firefly will help you clear out crowds, and high caliber rounds makes up for the fact that this is a low impact sniper. It will make sure that even though it's low impact, it'll do a little bit more damage, and it will stagger your enemies, or for those who are PvPing, it will cause flinch. This is a very stable sniper. If anything, I would say this is probably the best thing New Monarchy is offering this week. So definitely give it a go. That is it for New Monarchy's top guns this week.
All units confirmed.
Shall we get started, Guardian?
Alright, now on to Dead Orbit. Dead Orbit is the second, if not or first faction, depending on your playstyle, that you want to be at this week. Dead Orbit has two roles that are definitely worth getting. The star role this week is the Keystone 1. This scout rifle comes with Red Dot Aura, Range Lens RLS-3, OEG Rifle Scope, Snapshot, Extended Mag, Hammer Forge, Triple Tap, and Firefly. Many veterans of the game will recognize Firefly, Triple Tap, and Extended Mag as the Hung Jury perks. Also, if you had ordered a Tuonela SR4 last week, this Arms Day, we had a Tuonela drop with those exact same perks, aka the infamous Hung Jury roll. The only difference between the Tuonela and Hung Jury and this gun is in the stability department. The Keystone has less stability than the Hung Jury and Tuonela, but just the perks, those three perks alone, make this worth investing in. Firefly will allow you to clear out hordes of weaker enemies. Triple Tap plus Extended Mag will allow you to do moderate amounts of DPS to all bosses and yellow bar enemies. This is a scout rifle to own. If you missed out on the Hung Jury and Tuonela, give this some serious considerations. Odds are we won't see a roll like this for a very long time. If anything this week is worth purchasing, it is definitely the Keystone 1. And next from Dead Orbit is the Extremophile 11. This is, I would say, an above average auto rifle. It comes with Red Dot Aura, Steady Hand IS, OEG, Snapshot, Extended Mag, Hammer Forward, Spray and Play, and Hidden Hand. And per the trend this week with vendor rolls, these top three perks are what you want to go for. Hammer Forge will increase the range and accuracy of this. This is that bullet hose type of auto rifle, so accuracy is important. It's got already slightly, I would say about 65, almost 70% stability, which Steady Hand IS will help boost. And let's lower that stability to about 60% actually. I've already owned one of these. The gun's already pretty stable, so don't let that stability scare you. So it's at least worth looking at, but if you have to choose between this and the Keystone, definitely go with the Keystone.
We can always use new members.
Alright, and for future War Cult, there is really only one gun worth getting, and that is the Warpath. This rocket launcher is a saving grace for those who did not order at JLB 47 last week for Arms Day. It is an arc rocket launcher with warhead verniers, soft launch, countermass, quick draw, flared magwell, javelin, spray and play, and tracking. Once again, per the trend this week, these top three perks are going to want to be what you go for. There's really no need to even move from warhead verniers. That is like the best you can get on a rocket launcher, if you ask me. There are no exotic arc rocket launchers, and there's nothing. Like if you needed, we have a void tracking rocket launcher in the Truth, and we have a solar tracking rocket launcher with Galahorn. The Warpath is the closest you will get to an arc tracking rocket launcher. That's pretty reliable. The JLB-47 is actually superior since it has pretty much max blast and velocity, but for those who missed out on it, this is another item that you're going to want to look into. I highly recommend this.
What can the Vanguard supply for you?
Alright, and the Vanguard this week has, I'd say, about two or three that are worthwhile. Starting off will be the Continental. It is an auto rifle. It offers red dot aura, steady hand IS, OEG rifle scope, close and or personal, focus fire, perfect balance, feather mag, and persistence. All three of these top perks actually are a pretty good combo. Focus fire, perfect balance, and persistent actually flow really well together. Toss in steady hand IS for a little more stability in reload, and you have a very smooth shooting auto rifle. How this works is with persistence, the longer you're shooting this gun, the more accurate it will get. Focus fire will slow down the rate of fire of this gun and make it do more damage, but with perfect balance plus the slowdown from focus fire, it's going to make the recoil very easy to control on this. So this is an auto rifle where you can just spray your enemy in the face almost for the entire magazine. You could probably land, I'd say, about 80% of your shots as precision hits, which is actually pretty good, putting this up definitely as an above average auto rifle this week. Impact is low, however, and it is an auto rifle, but please remember, in Age of Triumph, auto rifles received a 7% DPS buff. And then next from the Vanguard is the Parthian shot. This pulse rifle has reflex, quick draw IS, and OEG, partial refund, outlaw, brace frame, feather mag, and rangefinder. Once again, these top three perks are what you want to go for. Rangefinder for added range, brace frame for a massive buff to stability. It will drop your magazine to somewhere between 19 and 21 shots, however. Outlaw will make up for that. Get a precision kill and you'll pretty much reload instantly.
Yes?
Alright, and this week the Crucible really only has one gun I think that's really worth having, and that is the Each New Day. It is a void fusion rifle with reflex, red dot aura, and OEG, life support, hip fire, hand laid stock, enhanced battery, and counterbalance. Really, I don't think counterbalance is all that necessary. Hand laid stock, however, will max the stability on this, which is pretty handy, or you can go with enhanced battery for an extra shot. Hip fire is pretty handy. I personally think life support would be more handy. And it's alright. I'll say this. Right now, it's the only, out of all the Crucible weapons, I'd say this and the Palindrome are the only guns really worth looking at for the Crucible this week, which is kind of disappointing. The Palindrome offers True Sight, Sure Shot, Quick Draw, Iron Sights, Icarus, Outlaw, Rifle Barrel, which is required. Remember, in Age of Triumph, all hand cannons got a 3-meter range nerf, so a range perk is pretty much required on all hand cannons moving forward. High caliber rounds, and reactive reload. I am not a fan of reactive reload, but I've seen some people do some crazy stuff with it, so I'm not gonna bash it. Overall, I would say it's not as good as the old roll, but right now, compared to all the other Crucible selections, that's as good as it'll get. Just those two guns. Alright, and that is it, guys. I am sorry for the rough editing and rough nature of this. I actually pretty much threw together this video last minute. I was getting a lot of people asking me on Bungie.net, and the few who've recognized me in game contacted me and asked me which vendor roles I recommended. So it was much easier to just make this video than make a giant post. I don't think I could actually make a post of all these guns. The Crucible and Vanguard alone have over 10 guns, so I hope to make this a regular thing up and until we get closer to Destiny 2's release. So that is it. Thank you for tuning in. I hope this video was helpful to you, and who knows, maybe I'll see you in game. Guns up, Guardians.